Coming up on today's show, we're going to react to the New York Knicks loss to the Miami Heat, but we've also got some major injury updates from Adrian Wojnarowski, as well as Tom Thibodeau when it comes to Julius Randle and OG Anunoby. They give you some inside access to the injury report, and they give a pretty clear designation of if either guy will be ready to go for the playoffs. Before we dive into today's show, as the Knicks have lost 3 in a row, if you want the Knicks to get healthy, like the video for me. We need all the good vibes. We need to pull out every trick we got. I'm not so sure if you don't get back OG or Randle that you're going to be able to do things that you haven't done in 20-plus years. Hit that thumbs up icon for me, and if you have liked the video, type real one so I know who the real ones are. The New York Knicks, once again, lose. It is their 3rd straight loss. This time coming at the hands of the Miami Heat. They lose 109-99. Another gut punch, and maybe just another glimpse of reality. It may just be what it is. Maybe the Knicks can't get it done without Julius and without OG. A very uncharacteristic game for Jalen Brunson. He let him down tonight. Jalen Brunson let the Knicks down tonight in a very uncharacteristic way. You had 71 points combined from Deuce, Dante, and Bogey, and you lose. You're not supposed to lose those games. I don't want to hear in the comments section that Brunson didn't have help. He did. He had 71 points from Bogey, Dante, and Deuce. He was just off. He was just off. I don't know if he's injured. I'm not going to say he is because he played. He made 5 shots, and one of those came in garbage time. 1 of 6 from 3. He had 10 assists. I thought he made some really good passes. I thought he found the hot hand of Bogey and Deuce and Dante, but he also had 5 turnovers, and it was really closer to 7. It was really closer to 7. He had 2 in the first half that he wasn't charged for. It just comes down to this. If you're not going to have OG and you're not going to have Randle, you need Jalen Brunson to play like a superstar to win. That's what happens when you have teams that have superstars on them. Just like the Bucks need Giannis to be special. Just like the Mavericks need Luka to be special. Just like the Warriors need Steph Curry to be special. And the Thunder need SGA. And that's what teams with superstars need. They need their superstars to play like superstars. And the reason you didn't win tonight, and I'm not trying to blame Brunson, but I'm not trying to be unfair. I am just telling you how I saw it. You had 71 combined points from Dante, Bogey, and Deuce. And Brunson went 5 of 18 from the field and had 5 turnovers. You need him to be better. You need him to be better. You didn't need him to carry tonight. You just need him to be okay. If he plays his seat game, you win. He just played maybe his worst game of the season at a really, really bad time. If the Knicks would have won the last 3 games, they'd be in the 2 seed. Now you're in the 5 seed, and you might just be in the play-in. Hartenstein only played 18 minutes for the Knicks. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if the minute restriction is still a thing, but he wasn't in, and him not being in ultimately really hurt the Knicks. I think it was 94-94 when Precious Achiuwa fouled Terry Rozier, and he knocked in all 3 free throws. I mean, Terry Rozier was the best player on the basketball floor tonight, and it relatively wasn't even close, and that's pretty embarrassing. Good player, not a great player. He ain't 35 points good on 15 shots. 35 points on 15 shots. He went 8 of 11. Another game where you come out slow in the first quarter and you're playing catch-up the entire time, and another fake comeback for the Knicks. The New York Knicks in clutch time games this year are 15-15. That means when a game is less than 5 minutes to go and it's a 5-point lead or less, it's a clutch time game. And the Knicks are 15-15 in those games. The New York Knicks, on February 27th, I don't have the updated stats here, but on February 27th, the New York Knicks were 12-21 against teams above 500. You just lost to the Heat. You just lost to OKC. So at minimum, you have 23 losses against teams above 500. Maybe they're just not good enough without OG. Maybe my expectations and my hopes were too high without OG and Randle. I thought Brunson could get it done. And I still do think he can get it done. I still believe in him, and I'm not sure there's many players I would take to have him on my team. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you my honest truth. He didn't look good today. I thought he was bad in the fourth quarter against OKC. And maybe you can't win with a 6-foot point guard as your best player. I don't know. I don't want to believe that because I believe in the player. I believe in the worker. I believe in the athlete. But he's got to go do it. He's got to go do it. I can't sing the praises anymore. I can't project. It's the playoffs. We're 7 games away. The Knicks need their leader. They need their captain to be better. I know he had 63 points against the Spurs. 61. He lost. Doesn't matter. You know what Kobe Bryant would say? We lost. I didn't do enough. You know what Kobe Bryant would say if you missed 3 fourth-quarter free throws against OKC and you missed the game winner? I wasn't good enough for my team. You know what Kobe Bryant would say today? I let my teammates down. And just like Kobe Bryant, I think Jalen Brunson would agree with every word I have said. I love him. I'm thankful he's a Knick. He changed this franchise. But if the Knicks want to do things that they have not done since 1972 and since 2000, they need him to be better. And he would agree to that. I like asking this question all the time. The Knicks are the blank best team in the East. The Knicks are the blank best team in the East. I want to hear from you down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Coming up next, we have injury updates, major injury updates from Woj and Tom Thibodeau on Julius Randle as well as OG Anunoby. We'll break that down in a second. But first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS, and Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. It's the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. All you do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you simply choose more or less on their projected stat line. NBA, college basketball, women's college basketball, PGA Tour, NASCAR, and so much more. It's a lot of fun. It's easy. And if you think you know ball, you should turn your ball knowledge into some dollars to make them holla. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. All that information will be clickable down in the comments as well as the description of today's video. So Adrian Wojnarowski was on ESPN's show Get Up, not Get Up, I'm sorry, the NBA show with Malika Andrews. I think it's just NBA Today at this point. And Malika Andrews asked him to give everybody an update on Julius Randle. And he said, let's set Randle aside. He pretty much said that Randle has not played in a game since January 27th. He has still not been cleared for contact, and nothing has ultimately changed. This isn't good news. This isn't good news at all. The last thing I wanted to hear was that Randle was still in the same spot of his rehab that he was when the Knicks medical staff told us on January 28th that he would be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. And Woj told us that he would be out weeks and not months. Tom Thibodeau also provided a weird injury update for Randle as well. The thing for Randle is that he's got to keep working every day until he gets to the point where he feels confident that he could take the contact that he's accustomed to. When you look at his game and the way he plays, you don't want him to change his style of play. And I think that's important. And so keep doing what you're doing. You have to have a belief that it will turn, which I do. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the day after. Who knows when it is? Playoffs start, ladies and gentlemen, in 17 days. In 17 days. The play-in starts in about a week and a half. The Knicks have 7 regular season games left. What is going to change for Julius Randle? Is he just going to wake up one day, we're hoping, and shoulder's good, Doc. Shoulder's good. I can take contact now. I don't see Randle coming back in the regular season. And I think we're going to go in the same song and dance of trying to get him back healthy in the playoffs, game 1, like they did against the Cavs. Very disappointing. Adrian Wojnarowski said this about OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, I'm told that the Knicks, that elbow, they don't want him in and out of the lineup. They want that injury, the inflammation, irritation to go away. That when they bring him on back, he can stay back. Big picture of having him healthy, ready hopefully for the postseason. That doesn't mean he won't come back during the regular season. This is an organization right now that wants to play it safe with Anunoby. Like I said about Randle, what is going to change? Also, Anunoby's injury designation has been changed from elbow injury management to elbow tendinopathy. I think that's major. I would sit OG until the playoffs. Unlike Randle, who I think needs a little bit of a runway to get back to his game, more of an in a groove and kind of a rhythm-based player, I think you could just throw OG out there and he's ready to go. I mean, we saw him change the game against Philly and against Sacramento, as well as against Portland with one arm. Defense can be played, I think, with elbow tendinopathy. The question is, are you getting what he brings on the offensive end, which is one of the best corner shoot guys in the league, a guy that cuts off ball and throws it down around the rim off of pretty much the vertical for better than anybody at his position. I'm officially worried. I'm officially worried about the Knicks. I don't think Randle's going to come back until the playoffs, and it doesn't sound like they're going to make OG come back before the playoffs. You get a week of no games as the play-in goes in. That's if you make the playoffs, because right now you sit in the 5th seed, I believe. 2 games out of the 3. 2 games out of the 7th seed. Not ideal. Not ideal. And you might play Philly in the play-in with a healthy Embiid. It was all good about a week ago when you were going to be the 2 seed. But then you lost to OKC, and you lost to Spurs, and you lost to Miami. If you want the Knicks to get healthy, hit that thumbs up icon for me, and make sure you're following me over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm tweeting about the Knicks all day, every day. Hit me up over there, and let's hope something changes.